Oriana, the work that you're doing with Fanous Magazine and just in general, you traveling, studying, sharing, learning from the culture, the effort that you're putting in, and then you're bringing it to the people. And you're not doing it, in a selfish way to make yourself look, like, oh, look at me. You're truly like, it's like I feel like I'm a servant as well. It's like, sure, I'm an artist, right? But I'm also there to serve the bigger picture and the greater good. And what you're doing and what you're bringing and what you're allowing people to do, it's a gift. You are creating something that gives people a place to be able to share and to be able to talk about important issues that truly need to be have light shed on them. And you're giving people an opportunity, and I'm super grateful for that. But that's you. Take some credit for that, because you're putting in that work to create something special for everybody else. So you deserve some applause for that.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. It is well deserved. It is well deserved. Because in this industry, there's a lot of people out there. And I think for many years, and I, we can all fall prey to this. We get caught up in what we're doing, and it kind of seems like me. And then there are some people that did a lot of stuff, so they have a reason to really be able to talk, right? But we're not here to show off. We are here to share. It's like passing that torch. And I don't worry about anybody else, because I do it my way, and it's cool. Like, I'm not worried about somebody else coming in. You can learn my choreography and do it, please. I enjoy. If you like my choreography, I'm honored. Enjoy. That's cool. Give me credit for it. If somebody does choreography, give them credit. But also, we're here to share, because we can't take this with us when we die. So what we do, the legacy that these other people gave and what they passed down, we're part of it now. We're part of that time. And there are so many wonderful people in the dance community all over the world that have very valuable lessons, valuable experiences, things that they learned from their master instructors. I'll share with you one of the highlights of my entire life. 2008, I was in Cairo. It was my first summer there. And I had, taken class with Mahmoud Reda when he came to New York, because Yosri Sharif had brought him to New York. This was probably the year before he brought Hassan Afifi. It was like one after the other. Mm-hmm. And so I got to take, and Nesma was with him, Nesma from Spain, and she was so beautiful as she was demonstrating. It was just amazing. And that night I had a show in Brooklyn, and I did the best show I had ever done in my life to that date, because I had been doing like just Mahmoud Reda style movement in the arms, all day. And it just kind of rubbed off into my show. And I remember just like wanting to cry, thinking, this means something. Like, what I'm learning here, even though I'm not doing folklore, these elements are like, it's like, okay. So worked with Mahmoud Reda, took his class at Nile Group. And that summer I had a friend from New York coming to visit, and she wanted to take some private lessons. So we set up the private lesson with Mahmoud Reda. And I don't know if he knew who I was right when I called, but anyway, we get there, and he had not the Nesma from Spain, but the Egyptian Nesma was going to be his demonstrator that day. And when he saw it was me, he told Nesma, he goes, oh, you can go home. Vanessa can demonstrate. And it was in that moment that I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And it wasn't like, oh, I was so great, but it was like, oh, she'll do, she could do the she could do the arm. She knows that she's learned some of this stuff. She's, I mean, I could say it wasn't that big of a deal, but to me, it was huge that Mahmoud Reda said, Nesma, I don't need you. You can go home, enjoy your afternoon. Vanessa can demonstrate for me. And it was like, So to me, what success is not how many followers I have on Instagram. It's Mahmoud Reda trusted me with his work and his movements, even if it was just for one afternoon, you know, um, that those things to me are the real moments and the real things that create our experiences as artists and how we share and what we give.
I love that. I want to hug you so bad right now.
Aw,
No,
I,
really,
I
really.
hope I hope one day soon we'll get to see each other at another event and we'll have the opportunity to do that. And thank you so much for supporting your local artists. Jacqueline Gonzalez, Nadira Johara brought me to Florida this last May, and that's how we actually got to meet in person,
Yeah.
which was so cool. Again, it's truly a gift to be able to meet so many incredible people from all over the world on this journey through this thing that we love. And I encourage everyone to support your friends and support your colleagues because we want this dance to continue. And the only way it can truly is through us supporting and uplifting each other and adding to the experience so that we can create more.
Well
So
said. Very well said. Yes.